Hey, here we are. Let's get cooking.
Presenting Benny Goodman and his music.
I cannot make myself a drink until I get this all set up. There we are. Alright, good. On we go. Evening, Geraldine.
Benny Goodman, ladies and gentlemen, the man with the torrid clarinet and the even more torrid band who purveys assorted rhythms, all danceable. In the
Evening,
urban
Carol and
realm of
Lisa.
Congress
Look for
Hotel in
myself.
Chicago. And first of all, one of Irving Berlin's
Pineapple
greatest hits,
jalapeno.
Blue Skies.
Margarita. Hey, Karen. Hey, Gladys. Timothy. Hey, everybody. Hey. Amber, you want to come say hi? What are you up to? Wanted to come say hi. Miles is over on the chair, so he's covered. Hey, Becky, Aurora. Evening, Bob. Hey, Karen. Mhm. Kind of bounced off the lamp. I didn't expect that. Hey, Eric. Hey, everybody. Ember's a big mouse enthusiast here. What do you do up here? You see it? Hey, Katie. All right, you got it. Now having to get back down. Oh, let's get all the way up. Okay. Hey, Bridget and Mary Jo. Hey, everybody. Remember, it would be easier to get down on the other side, you know. You know that. You hop down there, 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 and down. Just like that. You've been here almost a year, Ember. Vampire Penguin. Oh, that's like an ice cream place, right? Hey, everybody. Hey, Cassidy. Hey, Christy. Hey, Luca. Hope, Corey, Piper, and Collins. Will Chicago have fireworks? Yeah, I assume there'll be fireworks. There's fireworks every Saturday. Not to mention all of the illegal ones. There's a lot of those. Oh, man, I'm going on a boat tour. Boat tour on fireworks night? That's the worst. Why did I get myself into that? Oh, yeah, money. See, I like these, picking up the occasional boat gig because they pay in, like, mostly more in tips than anything else, and that's mostly cash. So then when I go out to the jazz club or something, I'm just paying in cash, so it's free. Math. And then so, Miles is going for a lunch. Yeah, we're gonna hop up again. There's Ember. Audio is a bit low. Okay, Bagwell, you don't have to call me sir. I'm not a knight of the realm. You can call me daddy if you want. Let's do some advanced audio properties here. I'll turn it up some. Love you. How's that? Hey, Casey. I am drinking a jalapeno pineapple margarita that comes in a bottle. Heather, I ask myself that every morning about 5 a.m. when she decides it's time to get up. Hey, congrats, Jeannie. I've thrown together a time travel pub crawl today, but I gotta tell you, I got a little bit caught up in research earlier today. So I went to the poet Harriet Monroe, founder of Poetry Magazine, alludes in her autobiography. She was often described as a spinster and wrote in her autobiography that being a spinster is not so bad. Women can handle this sort of thing. She's also got a lot of references to sex in that thing, without admitting that she's ever actually had it. But she also alluded to some secret lover that she had for a long time, this all-encompassing, thrilling thing, and I got to suspecting that it might be J.R. Jones, who was at Graceland and was a U.S. Marshal for a while during the Civil War. And, she wrote a bunch of unpublished love poems to him, and the letters that he wrote to her make it pretty clear that it was him, if you ask me. But in the process, going through the letters first, I found a whole stash from Mary McLean. Like, check out this handwriting. Mary McLean, who wrote I Await the Coming of the Devil. Tons of letters like this, also very flirty. From bad handwriting, kind devil deliver me, she must have said. And he was like, oh yeah, I got you on that one. But even more fun, find this other one here. Oh yeah, there's also this one from Edgar Lee Masters, who is also very flirty and, dare I say, horny in his letters, when he's not talking about how his ex-wife is getting all of his money. Well, I'll try to read this one. It goes, Dear Harriet, I have just drunk a quart of scotch and have started to do my correspondence. I thought scotch would do me food. One of my grandfathers was a prohibitionist and the other drank and used to give it to the minister when he came to perch. They had it all to hoose all time except when they got out for drinking too much. Some say that drinking now is evasion of law and is producing a bad state in our country. I don't get it. I dent it. I have as good a grandfather as any, and I am a good grandfather, even if no grandfather myself. To last, I don't know for sure. Someone asked me other day how many children I had. I can't say, for I don't know myself. When you travel a lot, it's yard to keep track of all relatives, formerly and recently constructed. I don't think I have more than 8 children and no grandchildren so far as I know. These typewritten keys are boxing around some, but I think I can finish. As I was saying, wasn't there more law when we had free rum than now when it is hard to get? I love it to yo. And how about pottery? Is the pottery as good as it was when the poets could get free lunch and so not have anxiety neuritis for wondering about the next meal? On this skur alone, prohibition is bad. Bad on pottery and the Chianti. Look at my pottery. What would I accept? I get skahitch when I want it and drink murderutly. I wouldn't be worth damn except for skurkorch. Gotta hold up this last couple of words there. I wouldn't be worth damn except for drunk text from 1925. I didn't intend to read the entire thing. No, he didn't just unsend, he put it in the envelope and sent. Lots of his letters to Harriet were weirdly flirty. And kind of implies that she is in her letters to him as well. But also found out that Joseph Russell Jones, who was probably her lover even though he was 37 years older, was married to a woman named Eliza Scott, whose sister, Eliza Scott, there's Eliza and Elizabeth, has this big angel statue right next to his plot. And when they fell in love, the family was against it, and that was very bold on his part because her father, an Arkansas judge, had killed a guy in a duel and then stabbed another guy to death in a fight. We'll let Benny finish up a little bit here. Well, that's been my day, has been going through all of these letters. Most of them handwritten. But that one was the funniest. Hey, Amy. Alright, Benny's going to be wrapping it up here in a sec. And then we'll get started. This is a time travel pub crawl tonight. One I haven't done in a long time. I just realized I had to put a lot of it back together, and only could do so much. I got a little bit busy with transcribing all of these letters and books. It was a productive day at both the History Museum and University of Chicago. But all right, that wraps the Benny up. So that means it's time for our theme song.
Climb aboard, 'cause you don't know exactly where or when we'll go. Chicago 1893, or the Gilded Age in NYC. Blast off into outer space, drink till you're flat on your face. From the comfort of your home, so if you puke alone, one day we'll even find that place in France. And don't come crying to us if you pee your pants.
Send pictures.
Time travel pub crawl. Time travel pub crawl. Time travel pub crawl. Yeah!
All right, I see that we have outperformed Plato in the ratings right now. Score. All right, welcome along, everybody. I'm Adam for Mysterious Chicago Tours. Been a tour guide and historian here for over 20 years now. Author of such books as Mysterious Chicago, the book, H.H. Holmes, The True History of the White City Devil, and I Kissed a Zombie, and I Liked It. Still apparently has a very tiny cult following. Back in the old days, there was a wreck of an old homemade submarine found in the Chicago River, or some kind of weird craft. They raised it up, it disappeared off of the face of the planet at some point, but we found it. It is actually not just a submarine, it also goes through time and space. Well, hey, as we're going through time and space here, oh look, we're getting a message from our ship's mechanic, Eli.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Eli. What's up? Looking good.
Oh, I just had a suggestion for tonight's pub crawl.
You know I don't take suggestions, but...
Well, you know how this thing can go through time and space, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel like you haven't been taking full advantage of the and space part of that.
But I've been shorting SpaceX all week.
Yeah. I know. But what if we went to New York City?
New York City? That's where they make the salsa.
Out there. There's a world outside Chicago.
Indiana? No.
There's a life beyond the second city. There's an other city out there. They eat dirty water hot dogs.
I do kind of like those.
Take a look beyond the windy city to where the pizza's crispy. Get out your cocktail glass, we're gonna take New York in one of those new flying submarines. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Cabarets from the olden days and hotels from 1915. Get out your cocktail glass, we're gonna sail through time. And in the cheesy jokes we'll surely drown. We'll take a drive to the beatnik dives and we'll close the town feeling wowed. And we won't come home until we're fully plowed. Oh, come on, Adam. The bright lights of Broadway.
I've been in New York most of the last 2 months.
The stuffed whale at
But
Barnum's
I didn't
Museum.
see that. Let's go!
Hurrah! Hurrah!
You're talking like a Knicks fan already. All right, everybody. So let us voyage through time and space to a couple of hot spots in New York City, where they make all the salsa, starting right here with the Ansonia Hotel, which is all over the New York Sightseeing Guide license exam. The Ansonia Hotel with all of this cool stuff. Now it has been broken into apartments. It used to be a hotel where people like Babe Ruth lived back in the day. They've still got some of the relics, some of the stuff from when Babe Ruth lived there. When this place first opened, it had a working farm up on the roof. It had, working farm up on the roof. It had live seals in the fountains downstairs. Now it's just apartments. But down in the basement, well, in the 1980s in the basement, it was a swingers club called Plato's Retreat. But before that, in the 70s, it had been a bathhouse called the Continental Baths. And all that implies. But there's actually some film footage of Bette Midler performing there with Barry Manilow on piano. He would often perform wearing nothing but a towel. They had a falling out at some point, and nobody knows what it's about. But, well, here's a clip of it. Have you ever wondered what the big deal about Bette Midler was? Here you go.
That every distance is not near.
Bette Midler, everybody, doing a little Basement Tapes number over there, which was performed by 3 different people at Woodstock. Now, just to give you a sense of where that all was, this is up on the Upper West Side. You can see it. You walk kind of by it when you go to the Beacon. And, like, walking up to the Beacon with my friends, I'm like, hey, there's the Ansonia. And one guy turned to me, he's like, you just can't turn it off, can you? And no. Also nearby is the Sesame Street office. This is the reception desk at the Sesame Street office. I got to go there a few years back. This is the creative director's office, looking like she's about to be eaten by Cookie Monster. This is just a random wall in here where they pitch ideas. It's just what you'd hope to find in the Sesame office. And yeah, there's me, pre-classes. But riding in a car with Cookie Monster was a real highlight of my life. But let's move a little further back in time here. A little bit further back in time was Harry Hill's Variety Theater back in the 19th century. This is where all of the weirdos hung out. It was a popular hangout for both politicians and crooks. You know, I know, same thing. But there were pickpockets hanging out with cops in this kind of place. Everybody was off the clock. Everybody was off duty. Politicians normally railed against sex workers, hung out with sex workers at this place. Probably elsewhere as well. On the inside, there were often lots of fights, and often just lots of hangouts. It was a variety hall. There were boxing matches, and there were things like ventriloquist dolls. And lots of dancing. It was one of very few places in New York at the time where mixed-race couples would dance and nobody would say anything about it. It was a very progressive place, as these things go, for a place where people are hanging around boxing. There's also, one of the ventriloquist dolls was Mrs. Partington, who was a popular comedy character at the time, who just, like, took everything literally. If you've ever read an Amelia Bedelia book, it's basically the same jokes as Mrs. Partington. And I think that's terrific, that you could get in a crowd of this guy as all of these rowdies and plug uglies, and if you read them an Amelia Bedelia book, they'd think you were the funniest SOB on the planet. Well, this guy here you can see is drinking a sherry cobbler. You can see him right down below me, the guy with the dog in his coat. You can tell that it's a sherry cobbler because it has a straw. That's a very new idea to people at the time. Like when Charles Dickens wrote about sherry cobblers, he had to like describe how you operate a straw. You can make your own sherry cobbler with half a glass of dry sherry, a bit of grenadine, and a bunch of frozen fruit and chopped ice. That's just about it. It's well, we would kind of joke about being a girl drink today, but here are a couple of performers that were just kind of that style. This is a guy named Joseph Pujol, who was a fartist or a flautist. He would fart into a megaphone and like play music with his butt. There are films of it, but unfortunately, it's silent. I like how he's kind of doing like the Hulk Hogan thing there. Here's a very cool old silent clip. Next up, we are going to go uptown a little ways, up to Midtown, and check out the Algonquin. You know, I've gone into this place like, where was the table? The Algonquin Round Table was particularly famous in the 1920s. It was a round table in the hotel where all the writers would sit around during the day and try to outdo each other with snarkiness and witticisms. Most famously, Dorothy Parker, though there were some others like Robert Benchley who would hang out there. There's a photograph of the group shot. And they were known there for the Park Avenue cocktail, though it's a little bit west of Park Avenue. 2 ounces of gin, 0.75 ounces of sweet vermouth, 0.75 ounces of pineapple juice, and 2 teaspoons of orange curacao. If I had all of these, those would actually be very tasty. But inside of it, they now have a round table with a painting of some of these people. It's a bit of a larger version of it. Still a very nice place. There used to have, up until recently, there was the Oak Room inside of the place, which was a popular cabaret spot. The Algonquin cocktail they served there was rye, pineapple juice, and vermouth. The Algonquin cocktail. Might have come back now. It was shut down during the pandemic. But Marissa Mulder would perform. When I asked her if she'd like to perform anywhere in New York, anywhere in time or space, she said the Oak Room. A couple of her albums, Tom in His Own Words, a cabaret show about Tom Waits. And 2 tickets left, like the only recording you can get of It's Amazing the Things That Float, a terrific song. I would often see her perform in New York along with Bill Zeffiro. So here's a video of the 2 of them. Made for us during pandemic.
I never feel a thing is real when I'm away from you. Out of your embrace, the world's a temporary parking place. A bubble for a minute. You smile. The bubble has a rainbow in it. Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be
some Mulder, everybody. All right, so here we're going to go down to the El Rey Club, the El Fay Club, with some help from Miles, who definitely wants to help out, where Tex Guinan, who also performed at the Green Mill, there's a clip of her. You can see her on this. People would come in and she would just absolutely insult everybody who came in. It was not unlike the act that Aristide Bruant used to do back in the old days. Back at Le Mirliton. But she, in fact, had a cocktail herself. There was a whole book of the bottoms up. The Tex Guinan cocktail was right here. Let's make this a little bigger. Use a large bar glass, half a tablespoon of sugar dissolved in water. We now know to call that simple syrup. A dash of maraschino, dash of bitters, a jigger of whiskey, and a slice of orange. Well, that's basically an old-fashioned. The whiskey cobbler, she called it. But here to entertain us here, without insulting us any, here's Mahaley's grave. I'm still trying to figure out what they mean by my side mirror. I don't have a side mirror.
Hi, we're Mahaley's grave. This song's Gingerlicious. Well, I don't think so, but I've been told a ginger woman ain't got no soul. I don't believe them, they're telling lies, 'cause I got so close to heaven when I look into the time. Some like 'em tall and tan, some like 'em dusty, but you know me, I like my girls a little rusty. I fiery, sexy and fashion. You got no taste in women till you taste it Gingerlicious. They say once apple gone and brunettes are true, but you won't believe your luck when there's a redhead after you. You think that you know women, what you think you know's fictitious. You never learn a thing till you've been smoked by Gingerlicious. So you so red hot, let's do a few shots. Show me how you freckles while I play connect the dots. So we can be shady, lady, and have some fun. Stay in bed all day so you can keep out of the sun. Late at night, can't get right. I can't sleep, I got this crazy appetite. Chocolate and vanilla, very good to see, but I'm only craving cinnamon and cherries to believe. They say blondes have more fun and brunettes are true, but you won't believe your luck when there's a redhead after you. Oh, you better watch out when a redhead attacks, or you end up with a $500,000 scratch marks on your back. Say you're not afraid to play with fire. Talk about a dame of flame, you're preaching to the choir. Oh, one was my first time. Slender in the grass will probably be the death of me, so one will be my last. Some like 'em tall and tan, some like 'em busty, but you know me, I like my girls a little rusty. I dig 'em fiery, sexy and fashion. Well, you got no taste of women till you taste the ginger. Listen, they say blondes have more fun than brunettes are true. But you won't believe you're left with that's a redhead after you. It's a wild kind of witchcraft, make you superstitious. She'll abracadabra, that's the spell that did you. Thanks, everybody.
May Haley's grave, everybody. You know, I actually ran into James in New York a couple of months ago. I was just wandering through Central Park looking for one of the bathrooms and came back, and there by the Alice Fountain, he had just proposed to his girlfriend. So congratulations to James. Let's just kind of roll through New York a little bit here. A little silent film with Babe Ruth. That'll take us all the way to the Ziegfeld Theater. Now, the Ziegfelds were a Chicago family. Ferenc Ziegfeld had started up the Chicago Conservatory, but then when the theater he started to do legitimate stuff during the World's Fair wasn't really taking off, he brought in his son Flo to put in acts like Strongmen and vaudeville stuff, and that was much more popular. He ended up starting the Ziegfeld Follies, a whole series of variety shows that were hugely popular and really helped define pop culture in the 1920s. Inside of this place, here's an example. This is Faith Bacon doing the fan dance, made more famous by Sally Rand at the Chicago World's Fair in 1933. But Faith was apparently doing it first, and she is now buried here in Chicago at Wonder Cemetery, just across from Graceland. All right, well, there we have gone. What do you think, Eli?
We'll ditch from pastures and hit the Astor and close the town like a trunk. And we won't come home until we're stinking drunk.
All right. Well, all right, everybody. That's a little bit of a shorter one. I didn't have time to rebuild the whole thing because I was reading drunk text from Edgar Lee Masters. I know you've probably heard that one a few times before by now. Well, anyway, thanks everybody for joining me. I am Adam for Mysterious Chicago Tours. Let's put on the bedding and we'll just hang out like we always do. I seem to have lost my overlay. If that was what I don't know. I don't have a side mirror. I'm confused as all heck by now. But all right, let's just hang out.
In downtown Chicago. And now Benny Goodman's arrangement of The Bugle Call Rang.
Volume may have been a bit low there for a second. Lynn, no, I did not see Water for Elephants. Eli's doing great, Carol. Thank you, Laurie. Gotta do the Tiki one pretty soon, but I just need, who's the grave with RF on it? It's Marguerite Pick, Madame Marguerite, the dressmaker. Not in the Royal Air Force, for sure. We'll be doing Find a Grave tomorrow. Haven't decided just where yet. Ah, Kathy, that's a shame. No, Mom, she wasn't in the royal family either. Do you want to do some red light chasing? Miles will chase this one too. Miles just kind of waits for it to come to him.
And that would put rhythm in the feet of a wooden Indian. That was the bugle call rag, Benny Goodman's own arrangement. Now, the popular tune, Thanks a Million.
All right, Miles, you caught it. All right. Miles didn't used to be that into these things. It's kind of weird because he would go nuts over lights reflected on the ceiling. Pat, that is a very good way of putting it. I am rather overheated myself here. I had a better hair day than I was yesterday, though. So there's that. Allergies are doing all right, Lynn. But the heat, I just can't stand the heat. Gotta get out of the kitchen. Well, all right, everybody. Hey, Alex. Bowling sounds good. Too hot to go out and do anything, though. Except this Sunday is going to be the Graceland Cemetery Super America 250th 4th of July weekend Values Crawl, featuring the men who died who gave that right to you. I'll gladly stand up next to you and get my head knocked off on the Dave Matthews Van Fleet Bridge. All right, thanks everybody for joining me. I am Adam for Mysterious Chicago Tours, telling you all to stay safe and stay strong, and of course, if you can, stay spooky and don't drink as much as Edgar Lee Masters did that night that he wrote to Harriet Monroe.
Down Harlem Way there.